Player 2 has entered the game.
What's up, prisoners? This is Player 2, and today patch 4.95 dropped, bringing with it many new additions to the kill box, crossbows finally, and several other noteworthy changes. This is obviously coming at a time when most of our minds are fixated on the big 0.5 update. And in this patch they do discuss the status of 0.5, so we will touch on that as well. But this patch actually has some nice little nuggets in it. So I wanted to get you guys up to speed quickly in this video, and also inform all the regulars of my Scum content that I finally sent in a submission of my voice for Scum Radio, as requested by the devs. We also have many big things coming, courtesy of the Scum dev team for update 0.5, so if you want to be in the know and get access to exclusive content and giveaways, consider subscribing and come check out the stream tonight, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links in the description below. So what the hell is going on with Scum Update 0.5? To not keep all of us in suspense, the devs thankfully begin the patch blog by saying, first of all, as you may have noticed, this is not the 0.5 update you may have been waiting for. The major features for 0.5, the ones you've been wanting for a long time now, are not quite in release ready state, so we have decided to push the update a bit. Don't worry, it'll be out and coming quite soon. In the meantime, we are not coming empty-handed for this holiday season. We gathered some of the release-ready content and much-requested balancing tweaks, and are releasing some of these regular updates to make sure you have something to play with this holiday season. Now, I'm 100% positive that is not what you wanted to hear. I myself was hopeful, but I also had mentally prepared myself for it to get pushed back. Scum Update 0.5 will be the biggest update that they have had in quite a long time. So if it's not a ready state, I would much rather it be pushed. I mean, but what do you guys think? Would you rather them just released it to play it now and then optimize later? When do you think 0.5 will drop now? Let me know in the comments below. At the end of this patch, they will give us a small hint, but we can talk about that in a minute. So let's look at the updates to the kill box, because I think this will cheer you up quite a bit. So for the kill box section of this piece, they say, as promised, we looked further into your feedback to the kill box and we made some appropriate changes. Hopefully these will improve the experience we envisioned and make it a little bit more balanced. Here are the changes to the kill box. First, we have C4. A lot of changes hit the C4, so make sure you familiarize yourself with it. First off, we will start with how the C4 is being looted in the first place. Don't worry, it's still a kill box only item, but you can no longer straight up just pick up a ready to go C4 explosive. Now you have a chance to obtain one of 4 items. Packed C4, timer circuit board with cables, a keypad, and a detonator with cables. These 4 items, and a couple more, will be needed to craft your own C4 device, as was originally intended. With those items, you will also need duct tape, 2 pieces of wire, blast cap, mobile phone, and electrician tools. You'll also require a medium demolition skill. This will hopefully increase the rarity of the devices, making them an item of awe and fear for anyone else that has something looking even remotely to a wall. Another change hitting C4 is the damage system. Up until now, C4 had only one single radius for damage, in which it dealt maximum damage to everything. A new system with 3 layers has been implemented to rectify that. Level 1, the smallest radius, everything in it is either dead or destroyed. Level 2 simulates the initial strongest shockwave, deals massive damage and range to whatever it hits first. Level 3 simulates the remaining force after the shockwave hits the item in front of it. Damage will vary depending on what the object that took the initial hit was. So what do you guys think about all that? Do you think this is a step and change for the good? I kind of do. Keycard is what comes up next. A few changes to the keycard spawning system. Keycards can now only spawn behind locked lockers. World War II bunker lockers do not count. Increase the cooldown time between keycard spawning for the player, and spawn timer is now shared with all squad members. Next, we have door defusal. We have implemented a new system for the defusal of the electric doors in the kill box. For each failed attempt at defusing the door, you will now have increased time for the next attempt, which I love because I can never get past that part. Gas. The room should now fill with gas sooner than before. The gas will start releasing at the 5-minute mark instead of the 2. This means unless you have a gas mask, you'll consume a lethal dose around 3-minute mark, depending on your constitution skill. So you need to get through the electric doors fairly quickly. Now we have the greatest change to the kill box, weapon locker changes. They've added several new weapon packs. This will make the completion of a kill box much more rewarding. And not to eat up too much of your time, I won't read every little thing that comes in them, but we have the AK-15 pack, we have the standard military pack 1, 2, and 3, and the armored military pack 1, 2, and 3, the Kar 98, the M16A4 pack, the M1 pack, and the M82A1, MK18, MP5K, MP5SD, the Ninja pack, as they're calling it, with a katana, the Kinky pack, ooh, that's the one I'm probably gonna be going for there, UMP45, Vietnam pack, and the World War II pack. Now, other changes include the zappers will now have multipliers depending on how many players are in the kill box, and we also have crossbows. Crossbows are finally being added in. You requested it, you've been teased with it, and now they are finally here. Silent yet deadly, these beauties come in 2 variants as in tradition by now. Improvised crossbow and a Black Hawk crossbow. And of course, we have more types of bolts than just one. Metal bolts, carbon, wooden bolts with stone tips, and wooden bolts with metal tips. Here's what you need to know about the crossbows as well. It is tied with the rifle's skill due to usage of crossbows being more similar to rifles than archery, which is fair. Crafting bolts, however, is tied to archery, as it will be more similar to arrows. If you have strength under 3, you will have a hard time knocking the crossbow, so you won't be able to really pull it back. Next up, we have some changes coming to lockpicking, some pretty substantial. They're going to be called glove mechanics. Gloves will now have an impact on how you lockpick and will influence several different factors. For example, how much pressure is on the lockpick and how easy they'll break. Because of this, we have a few categories of gloves. You have open finger gloves, like I wear on the stream. They receive full damage from lock protection items, zappers. They don't add any pressure to lockpicks. Then you have thin gloves. They receive full damage from the lock protection items, zappers. Pressure to increase by 25%. Then you have thick gloves. They receive 50% of the damage from lock protection items, and pressure is increased by 50%. And then 4, you have special gloves. Special parameters are set for these gloves. For example, bear gloves will not get damaged a lot by zappers, but pressure on lockpicks will be massive. So there's a trade-off there. We previously added electrician gloves. These are thick, and medical gloves, which are thin in the game. Both of those will now protect you from zapper damage, but will also take damage from them and wear out. Also, please don't try to fight zappers with wet gloves. Think about that next time you go try to lockpick. In the new items section, besides the crossbow, we also have added 3 more ghillies to the game, reflecting some areas of the map. First off, we have the snow ghillie for that high altitude hunting, which looks fantastic. If you guys remember the picture they showed on Twitter a couple days ago. Then we have the dark ghillie suit for those nighttime operations, or you want to roleplay modern ninja, that's fine. We also have a pink ghillie if you are really brave and ready to get shot from a mile away, because we can. Mostly because Ray Kid asked for one, which is cool. I mean, everybody can like pink. There's nothing wrong with liking pink, guys. Then there's an audio change that is awesome. They have now implemented multiple radio stations. You can switch between them by pressing Alt-J, so now you can choose thematic tunes for your killings all across the island. This is the part out of the entire patch that I am most excited for. As I was mentioning earlier in the video, they have requested me to do a voiceover for Scum Radio, where I will be basically speaking through an intermission in between songs. And I'll talk more about that later in future videos, or like I said, come by the live stream tonight and we can talk about it now. And then as always, we have the bug fixes, quality of life additions, and new admin commands at the end of the patch. If you'd like to read through them, I've linked in the description below, but before you go, take notice to their parting words, because it does kind of give us a hint at the release of 0.5. They say, "That will be all from us for now. We wish all this community happy holidays. We'll see you all in 2021 with even more great things and updates for Scum." Cheers. So basically, don't be expecting 0.5 to be dropping within this year. We won't be getting it till the beginning, I'm guessing, of next year, which in my interview that I did with the lead level designer, Bunny, he kind of hinted at that it may be the case that sometime in January or even potentially later on, the update will come through. For now, I'll just keep you guys updated and give you sneak peeks of what's to come. I actually want to search for a crossbow tonight, so come stop by, or I'll see you in the next one. Take care and Merry Christmas.